My name is Elizabeth Trainer. I'm director of the Phylmar Regulatory Roundtable. And this is a group of companies that is committed to improving workplace safety and health. And they meet to share information on best practices, to benchmark with other companies, and to learn about new issues that they need to be concerned about and address in the workplace. I have over 25 years of experience in occupational safety and health regulatory issues, starting at the American Petroleum Institute and then in consulting, and now with the Phylmar Group. I also have some experience in regulatory advocacy and regulatory analysis as well at the federal and state OHS levels. Part of the service includes things like regular updates on what's happening at the federal level, occupational safety and health standards development, as well as enforcement activities at the agency levels. In addition, what's happening in different states, what's happening internationally with new regulations that may be affecting U.S. companies. Also, we provide World Health Update because there's a lot of interest in pandemic issues as well. In addition, whenever a state proposes an occupational safety and health regulation, we take a look at it and review it for its potential impact on member companies, let them know of what that impact is, and suggest a possible response. And then I also do regulatory advocacy. I'll go to the actual agency and say, here's the problem that you have. Here's how we believe that you could better solve the problem that would have workplace safety and health be the primary focus and would not cause companies with existing programs to revamp their entire program. It saves them their own staff resources of doing a regulatory analysis and review. So then they have from me the general, and then if there's something specific to their industry, then their people can focus on that. But what I understand is that they're able to save staff resources. The most fulfilling part of this job for me is to take an issue that's particularly thorny, identify what could be a solution, and then convey it to a regulatory agency in a way that they understand that I'm helping them solve their problem, and that what we end up with is a net result of improvement of workplace safety and health. Well, all the discussions are off the record, no press are invited. We don't do any attribution of anyone other than slides that have already gone through their corporate approval process. So any of the discussion that they have is off the record. In addition, we send out informal polls. A company will want to ask a question. What are other companies' programs on policies on cell phone access, for instance, and whether employees are allowed to use them while they're driving? So we can send out a poll. We get back the responses anonymously and send out to them so they can get an idea of what other companies are doing. We provide a series of updates on issues at the federal level, regulatory standards development, enforcement, what's happening in the legislature. There's been a lot of legislative activity recently, particularly in the states. We're expecting more at the federal level. We also send out a separate report on what's happening in the states. For those people that have operations in states, they can just forward those. We have an update on state legislative activity as well, which is quite extensive. I think it's about 35 pages of legislation affecting workplace safety and health. We also send out a World Health Update, international update on EPA news that may affect the workplace, and then other things. Green chemistry has been a really big issue lately. There have been a lot of public meetings, and we've sent updates on the results of those public meetings. I think probably the more information these companies have at their disposal to make decisions to improve their own programs, the better they are. And I provide that information. On the other side of the coin, the more information the regulatory agencies have on the real world application of what their standards are going to be and how they're going to be enforced will result in a more effective regulatory standard.